Hello everyone, I am PyroFalkon and this is Hardspace Shipbreaker. At the end of the last episode, middle manager Hal, forced Kato to do something he wasn't ready to do, yelled at him when he failed to do it, and then dragged him in for a one-on-one interview where there was, discussion, where there was something said, something done that did not involve punishment, but Kato was clearly cowed. 7.7 million on the last shift. We have 980 million left in debt.
Listen up, y'all. Believe it or not, I'm a little nervous to bring this up. But I can't take Rhodes' crap anymore. None of us are safe, and we need to do something.
You're not talking about this union stuff again, are you?
Oh, you bet I am. What other option do we have?
Lou? No. Hell no. I've seen these movements come and go, kid. They don't change a thing except get us regular folks into even more trouble.
Yeah, hold up now. You sure about this, Lou?
Sure as one can be, Weaver. He's even coming after you. You know that. After all you've done for them.
The Union? I can't get into any more trouble.
None of this is your fault. They're supposed to protect us. But the only thing they care about is their bottom line. So we need to hit them where it hurts.
Hold your damn horses. Lou, what are you suggesting?
It's called industrial action. A way to protest through our work. Look around you. We're expendable. We barely have a say in our futures.
I admire your fire, kid. But this is too much. I can't risk this. I got family to look after. I'm out.
I need to think about this some more. But I appreciate that you care, Lou.
Damn it.
They're just scared, Lou. I know where you're coming from, but is this really the right thing to do? Dang. Lou, I gotta go. Hal's coming up. Talk soon.
Well, Rook, there has to be a point where enough is enough. And this is mine. I wanted the whole crew on board. But we can get support elsewhere. I'll contact the union. I hope you'll be with us when it counts. Lou out.
That's the hardest thing about unions, man. You need everybody on board. If you have too many people who are not agreeing with it, you can't take action. And yet, people are a lot more powerful than they think they are, especially when you vote with your wallets. If people were strong enough to not spend money on corporations, then things could change. If, for example, we all were upset enough at Electronic Arts for their loot boxes and their DLCs and their lack of updates for games like EA Sports games, the collective gamers should just stop buying them. Like, if you have enough people not buy the product will change. But it's difficult, especially in the gaming industry, to have enough people get together and boycott something to enact that change. And it's also a whole different ballgame when you're in like a manufacturing or a retail industry and you don't have those options either. Anyway, we'll see what Lou does in a minute. Right now, Shippy...
Hi, it looks like you're trying to operate on your ship. Would you like help with that?
I'm good, Shippy. So I need a rod. Alright, let's check the messages. On an emergency issue. Members and colleagues, unionization efforts within Lynx are becoming increasingly dangerous. We are seeing action taken against organizers and are unsure how long these updates will continue. Lynx has made it clear that they do not care about their workers, nor about collaborating with us to improve conditions, and that they will take drastic measures to prevent change. Amid these escalating abuses of power, we have reached out to contacts in the Stellar Commission, asking them to step in and mediate discussions between Salvage Workers Unite and the Lynx Corporation. We'll continue to update you all on the situation, so long as we are able. Hope is action, solidarity is strength. And for the data recovery, we got ourselves a data drive in the last episode. Figure 8b, the Kessler divide. That is a lot of junk between us and the moon. All Earth Transit Authority services, Coyote ships, Kessler divide. Let's hear it. Never mind, there is no voice file. Attention, we at the Transit Authority understand Earth can be a hard place from which many are attempting to escape. Acquiring illegal travel accommodations is the first challenge that most immigrants face leaving the Earth. But the hardest challenge is one that comes after they board the Coyote ships and lift off. Hundreds of years of largely unregulated space travel has created the Kessler divide, a debris field of various flotsam and jetsam in an orbital path above the Earth traveling at tens of thousands of miles an hour. While there are tremendous opportunities for salvagers venturing into this man-made belt, the Kessler divide represents an almost impossible divide to cross for most pilots, particularly the dubious coyotes that shuffle immigrants to railgate Earth. Crossing the Kessler divide is a crapshoot, with immigrant ships contributing debris to the belt more often than the immigrants see the infinite black. Immigrant ships being lost in the belt are no longer newsworthy, but part of the standard risk that the blue workers must face for freedom. If you or anyone you know is associated with these types of illegal operations, please share any knowledge you may have with the Earth Transit authorities. Even the smallest bit of information can save a life. As always, our number one priority is the safety and well-being of all those involved. Thank you and travel safe, Lucy Chi, Director of Transit Safety. Yeah. Except she even mentions it's illegal, so are you really on our side, or are you just going to turn us in? Earth's a shit heap, everybody. We made it get that way. Alright, let's further upgrade our durability on the cutters. And so now I'm level locked on that, so let's do our durability on the grapple. And that's as much as I can do. So the next upgrade for the grapple is going to... Oh, wait, we have a tether lifetime. 96 license tokens, links tokens for that. Tethers are the priority. Okay, let's start our next shift. So the Gecko Salvage Runner, I believe that's the new class of ship. Yes, that is. I was searching my memory there. It's worth 38 million, 37 million rather, and loads of license tokens, loads of MP, 9 salvage goals. This is the one to do. So we'll start in on this. I've kind of lost track of how many ships this is. I think this is my 17th ship, something like that. You'll know in the video description. I'll know once I write the video description. I just don't remember because I don't keep track of that stuff while actually playing the game. Alright, let's grab some fuel, and then we'll start getting to work. So... let's see what we got here. Everything is pressurized. Utility arm. Oh, I can just break this off. Excellent. Perfect. Okay. Lots of stuff in the front as well.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Oh, this is actually pretty light. It was only 281 kilos. For some reason, I thought they were much heavier than that. Okay.
Salvage secured.
And
Applying
there's one up
credit.
here. So far, so good. No problems.
Salvage secured. Account
2
credit
more
applied.
arms.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited.
As fun as I'm having breaking these ships apart, I think I would also like to play a game where I'm actually using these ships. One game I have not discovered yet, if that makes sense. I want to play a space game where you explore more. I guess that's No Man's Sky, but like, I don't know. A lot of space games always come down to combat Like, I liked Star Trek Online, and I wanted to roleplay that I was flying around a hospital ship, you know, but just there is no such kind of role-playing with that game, unfortunately. I still haven't found one where you can sort of explore, you know? Eve, maybe? I don't know. I didn't play much of Eve. Okay, so... Well, this is just a mess. I mean, alright. Let's think it through. First thing we gotta do is flush the engines.
Airlock pressurizing.
Wow, something happened here. There's a lot of broken and dislodged pieces. Like this foam chute. These seats. What is this thing? Oh, that's part of the seat? Wow. Alright, whatever. We need to find our way to the compartments. See, I can cut that panel and get into the compartment, but I don't want to cut the panel before I know whether there's a way I can safely decompress. I'm wondering if it is actually better to just explosively decompress everything and be done with it.
Air pressure level decreasing.
Oh, that got the compartments. Wow, that decompressed everything, including the compartments. That's excellent. Because if the compartments are decompressed, that means we can cut our way out and then come back in and try to decompress the rest. So I might be able to do this safely. That would be fantastic. Alright, so now that we're out, or we're in the compartments, we need to figure out how to get out. Well, step one is flush the engine. Step one is always flush the engines. If I would stop bonking my head on things, I could do this a little quicker. There we go. Okay, step two is we need to try to get out of this area. So we need to shake a panel loose. It doesn't matter what panel, we just need to get a panel loosened. Let's see if we can get out this way. I don't like using my cutter so close to the frickin' reactor. There we go. That's only 1,400 kilos now. Wait. That... There we go. Haha, now we're out. Okay, perfect. So... let's get this panel taken care of. And then we're going to go back into the ship via the airlock and see if I can decompress the rest of the ship. Depressurize the rest of the ship. I keep saying compress. And now that I'm looking at my background lighting, yeah, the sun's up a little too much and I don't have blackout curtains in the room. So I suppose we can have a white background for the rest of my recording session. I very much prefer the mood lighting, but can't do much. My living room is very nice as far as how much lighting it gives off. Does not help me as a YouTuber. That's creepy. Alright, let's see here. Where is a... Okay, we've got an atmosphere regulator there. There's one there. Oh, that one's broken, though. That's a problem. Alright, so we're going to probably have to do... We will have to do a very minor explosive decompression, but it won't have to be that violent. So the task right now is to grab as much as we can. There's a data drive. There's an atmosphere regulator. So if I can decompress... Okay, the compartments are decompressed. Excellent. So here's what we do. We boop this booper. That closes that and sucks the atmosphere out. But now we can cut out. See, this is the long, slow way to do this. It's this repeatedly. So we did that, so now we can... See, what I would like to do is get this panel out of here as well, because then we'll have another spot we can enter from. Ooh, but I don't want to bust the airlock, because that would sort of defeat the purpose. Okay, let's see if we can get this panel out. Because that'll also... We can get this panel out. That also gives us access to the radiation panel. Okay. Okay. It's kind of heavy. It's 5,000 kilos. Not sure I'm actually making progress here. Alright. I think I'm gonna have to exit. Yeah. I have to exit the long way for a second. Holy crap, where even am I? Oh man, I'm so lost now. Oh, here we go. Go through there, go here, dive down. Yeah, there's the opening. Okay. Yeah, this surgical nonsense that I'm doing right now, this is how you're supposed to decompress the ship. If you work slowly enough, you can do it very safely. And it always makes these... the ship's puzzles. They're basically three-dimensional puzzles where you're trying to figure out the most efficient route to do what you're attempting to do.
Airlock pressurizing.
Okay. So we still have the cockpit. Let's see if we can do that one. So if I just throw open the door...
You got 5 minutes left in the ship before the turn.
And that's not going to help me very much. We want to seal the airlock. Okay. So let's see if there is an atmosphere regulator in here. Oh, hey, look, it's a rod. So we can upgrade the ship again. Okay. Yes, atmosphere regulator. So now we cut a hole in the floor. Let me get this out of here. This piston. Yep, so we cut a hole in the floor so we can access the compartments again. Bonk. Okay. We'll just zip under the ship. Bonk. Keep bonking my head. So the question I suppose I have for you all is, do you prefer how I cut the ship? Like, do you want to see me be more reckless and possibly violent, or do you like me taking my time like this? Ugh, it's hard to squeeze through the keel. Alright. Back outside. And so we've got a crew compartment, a corridor, and the ECU room. Let's head on down.
Airlock pressurizing.
Okay, that corridor needs depressurized. Is there? Yes, there is. Boop. Okay. Oh, actually, no. I should do the ECU room first. So if you just throw open the door panel, then it transfers the pressurization, which may not be what you want. See, that is a damaged atmosphere regulator, so I have no choice. Alright, so luckily there's not really anything that can cause that much harm there. So we want to seal off this room and then force a decompression. So the question is there anywhere else I need to do that to? I do need to do it there. Shit. Okay. So let me think this through. I need to depressurize the corridor and then blast both the room I'm currently in and the ECU room. So if we seal that...
Airlock depressurizing.
So then we lower the atmosphere here.
Air pressure level decreasing.
Okay, so then we hold on here, and here we go. Let's cut this way.
Cutter, got about 1 minute to make your mark on this ship.
Okay. And there as well. Perfect. Somehow, the atmosphere regulator didn't break, which is the surprising thing to me. We need you. I don't remember to be safe. I don't remember that poster. It might be a new poster. All right. There we go. So that should be the entire ship decompressed. Oh, nope. There's still that one. Okay. Okay. So, 577,000. So we actually had a loss on the day. Not great, but we got the entire ship decompressed, which was more important. And now my webcam's ring light can't even keep up with how bright it is. All right, I'm going to deal with my lighting situation between or after. Yeah, okay, no message. During these ads. Hang on, everybody. All right, I am back, and I'm actually surprised that the color made that much of an impact because the wall is clearly white behind me now, and it at least had a subtle... Wait a, you know what? Hold on. Wait, hold on. We're gonna... Wait. Come on. No cell phone. Come on. Bring up the app again. We'll just turn that back on anyway. You know what? We'll have a subtly colored wall behind us the whole time. I don't care. We're leaving it. We're leaving the mood light.
Gather up,
Ah,
fellas.
shit.
Gather up. I got something to share with you all.
I'm still
A
drinking my
real
coffee while I
treat.
listen to your sorry ass.
Hold up. Where's Lou at?
We'll come to that. Now, I'm gonna read a message I acquired last night. To Group Undisclosed. As has been occurring in salvage yards across the colonies, our team has been struggling with an administrator who is oppressive, petty, and cruel. This official puts our safety at risk and assaults the mental health and well-being of our team. These clear tactics of oppression are being used to undermine the strength and will of our crew. We need to show Lynx and the world that we are not without power, and we will no longer tolerate being treated as less than human. Industrial action would show Lynx that we control the means of their profit. Action is hope, solidarity is strength. Your colleague in solidarity, Lou. Carnegie Station.
Where's Lou?
Heading back where she belongs.
You gone way out of line here, Hal. This is my crew, and I say who stays and who goes.
Save it, Joseph. I've shared all this with headquarters. And now, I've got one last thing. A message from Rye Paulson herself. I strongly encourage you all to pay attention.
To all employees of Lynx Salvage Division, this is an important update on our effort to safeguard you from predatory union organizers. We have received disturbing information of a plan to commit a terrible act of violence by this group. In these drastic times, it is our duty to take drastic measures. For this, we turn to Clause 19C of your work agreement. Clause 19C stipulates that anything produced by Lynx Equipment is the sole property of Lynx Corporation. Most importantly, this clause applies to the genetic assets produced by our Everwork technology, otherwise known as spares. Beginning today, Lynx Corporation will immediately assume control of all individual rights and liberties of its employees. This will allow us to greatly restrict the spread of union activity and protect our precious workforce. You entrusted yourself to us, and we will keep you safe from harm. Thank you.
This is ludicrous. First you push the hazard levels on us, then you stop us from training. You take Dee Dee's comms away, you bully Kaido, Lou disappears, and now this. This is beyond.
It's all right there in your contract, Joseph. Now, as your corporate representative, Curzon, your financial account with New Manila Credit is being turned over to Lynx. Recurring transfers there will be stopped immediately. 52, that vehicle parked outside your hab is now Lynx property. I've sent a tuck to retrieve it.
Fuck you, Hal.
No. You can't do that. That was my personal property. I gave that to...
Muted. And don't think I haven't seen you scrounging parts on the job, 52. That's theft, kiddo. And it stops now.
Please. My family. Please.
Look, this is all temporary. Just till this union stuff gets sorted. Disagree and commit, people. Now, since we're down a person, you're all gonna have to pick up the slack. Chop chop, folks. These ships aren't breaking themselves. I'll see you all in the yard. Road's out.
I hate how well Hal is written in a way, because I even knew this was coming because I've beaten the game before, and it still fucking pisses me off, even though this is just fiction. I think it's because you know that corporations would do this if they could. Or, I mean, they would absolutely do this shit if they could. If they could get away with it, if they had enough protections in place. I mean, I'm still going to beef up Beulah here as best as I can. We still need some filters. Let's get this data drive recovered. I think it's because I truly believe corporations would do that if they could get away with it. Like, it's a little cartoony here in the game because it's fiction, but do you really think that corporations wouldn't do that if given the choice? I mean, really? Corporations are not your friend. You don't owe them a damn thing. Oh, we've got voice acting this time.
Phonotext reading, The Stellar Commission, Part 2.
It wasn't until 2283, during the wake of the AI revolution, that the Stellar Commission found the grit we deserved from them for so long. It is here where we can chalk up a clear win. Advanced AI systems were on the rise, decimating work opportunities for hundreds of millions across the solar system, and causing unimaginable human suffering. Of course, large corporations, as always, had nothing more in mind than profit, and were further spurred by their public image as the drivers of human advancement. However, finally finding their voice and the right tools to enact and enforce policy, the Stellar Commission, in an enormous pushback against corporate power, outlined new regulations around artificial intelligence, practically outlawing its use in order to safeguard human jobs. Better late than never, am I right? The corporate conglomerates have had simmering resentment ever since this moment of heavy regulation and strict enforcement. Today they are looking towards the Jupiter frontier, where once again, the Commission's reach and oversight is sparse. And so the cycle repeats. As a species, our greatest flaw seems to be to never learn from history, and that there's some among us who would gladly grind their fellow humans into a pulp for $1. It appears we are doomed to repeat the mistakes of our past, time and time again.
I am too much of a cynic to think otherwise. I believe that is true. I believe no matter how far humanity gets, humanity will always be willing to, well, like they say, grind fellow humans into a pulp for $1. Yeah, and we're seeing that happen here at Lynx Corp. I truly believe the bigger corporations of our real world would do the exact same thing if they could get away with it.
Doesn't it feel so much calmer and focused out there? In fact, I'm gonna leave Weaver on mute a while. Let him cool down.
You're a real waste of skin, Hal.
Careful now, Curazon. I can put you on leave, too. Just like your pal Lou. You know the real beauty of that? When you're on leave, you're still Lynx property. Can't do much of anything without our say-so.
Shouldn't we be working instead of chatting?
Oh, I am working, Curazon. This is my job. You, on the other hand, you better get to it. You too, Kaido.
Yes, sir.
And you, 52. Let's get those ships stripped, people.
You fucking asshole. I am 100% sure that if Tony, my ex-manager, had the position where she could have had that much say over what I did in my life, she absolutely would have took it. She has no humanity left in her, just as long as she's getting paid by the corporation. And in a sense, in one very specific sense, I actually get it. Because her job, or anyone in that position, is reliant on you keeping the people in line or whatever. I would hope the humanity wins the day for those kinds of people, and eventually, like, you know, like if I was in that position, if I was in Hal's position, I would not make my fellow workers suffer the consequences. But not everyone is strong enough to stand up to a corporation. And when you stand up to a bully, there will be pain involved, whether that bully is a corporation or a person. And the whole problem is that bullies, even in a corporate sense, know this, and they are relying on the fact that not everybody is strong enough to suffer this kind of pain, whether it's financial or familial or whatever, for very long. Now, see where they fucked up in the fiction of the game, where Hal fucked up, is even though Dee Dee didn't do anything, he took away her whole family, whatever. That's where they screwed up, because as long as they had the threat, then she was not going to act, because she didn't want to risk her family, and she didn't want to risk not being able to send the money and support them. But once they took that away, anyway, now she has nothing to lose. And that is where, you know, you finally get that last push to start getting these people over to Lou's side. What they should have done if Lynx and Hal really wanted to maintain their power, is they should have gotten rid of Lou, but then allowed everyone else to keep doing what they were doing. Because, you know, it's like that old expression about a cornered animal. Like, you don't want to corner them. If you want to show off your power, you give... I shouldn't be giving tips on how to be the bad guy here, but it's like, you know, you give them just enough of an out. That's how you can weaponize things like hope and the future, by giving people just enough that they think they might have power. And then that might keep them in check, because once you take away even that, and there is nothing left to lose, then that's when people are going to step up and start hitting back. And so Hal muted Weaver, took away took away Dee Dee's family connection, took away Beulah from me. What do we have left to lose? We're saddled with a $900 million debt. I mean, what more can we possibly lose? So, they fucked up, and they're going to pay for it. I love this game. It's the story, like, it's good, but also I've been in that position. I can totally see, like, if you've been a manager all your life or something, you probably have very different interpretations of this story, and might even be rooting for Hal or whatever. Although I have a feeling if that's the case, you're not watching my channel. But my point is, like, the reason I feel so attached is because I also would like to fight for worker rights. Like, this is the kind of thing that's near and dear to me. Because we don't have to be assholes to each other. That's been my whole thing. None of us has to be assholes to each other in life. Bullies don't need to bully. They bully because they're small people who have no other way of expressing their emotions or whatever. And were probably and possibly bullied themselves. Which is not an excuse, but, like, the point is, we never have to be assholes to each other. We choose to be assholes to each other. And for whatever reason, I am not a psychologist, but if you're not assholes to each other, then everything is fine. That's how I run my friggin' community, too. That's why I've said, like, in my Discord, I actually allow political talk or religious talk or controversial subjects talk. That's fine. What I don't allow is when shit gets personal and people start screaming insults at each other or just being dicks for the sake of being dicks. That's when I step in and the mods and I start banhammering people. There's just no reason to be dicks. We even had an incident, Sol and I had an incident the other day. We were playing Final Fantasy XIV together. We did a random party up with a couple people. because we had shared objectives. And then, like, they started laughing at her and mocking her for having a specific gear combination. Like, fucking why? If they were legitimately curious why she had a specific gear combination, they could have asked. They could have simply said, like, why did you make this choice? But they didn't. They chose to LOL and be dicks about it and mock her for it. It's like, fucking, what was the point? They were choosing to be assholes. There was no reason to be assholes. So we handled that situation. Just
Salvage deposit registered.
Being nice to each other does not mean you never stand up for yourself. It's like, so those two things can exist. You should stand up for yourself, but I've never understood the mentality of being a dick to someone just to be a dick to someone. It just doesn't... I don't understand. It's such a waste of everybody's time. So, yeah. Just try to be nice to each other. But if someone crosses you, fucking light them up. Like, do what you gotta do to defend yourself. Anyway, enough soapboxy stuff for me. Let's keep this going here. So, we only have 6 minutes left in the day. Man, I am fired up. That's a... shit. The game is written well because it's a passionate subject for me. That's what it comes down to. The story speaks to me because it's a passionate subject for me. It's written well, it's voice acted well, but it's more the subject matter is something that is near and dear to my heart. Yeah. And it's just a damn good, fun game to play. Alright, so that's that. Let's move this. That goes there. Alright, so we've got the airlock to work with. Is this thing loose? The keel is not loose. We can make it loose, though.
Material accepted. Credits transferred.
There we go. So, Pyro Pro tip if you ever play, you generally don't want to pull the access panels of a radiation panel from this side if you can help it, because there is still some slight pressurization between this access panel and where the filter actually is. So if you open it this way, it can sort of pop out a little too hard. It's always best to work from the inside out for those. And we will do that in a hot minute. That is a 10,000 kilo panel. All right, I'm sort of losing the plot. What I need to be doing is... making an exit strategy for the reactor. That's what I should be doing. So let's kind of poke around for a second. Looks like it'll be easiest to approach from this side, because there's no pipe in the way. I just need to clear this cube out of the way, which is easy. And in fact, if I get this panel out of the way, then the stuff that's in this room can be sent to the barge. So we're going to do that. We're going to work a little slowly here. No reason to rush, and I don't think anything is holding that panel on. Nope. So we just loosen it, tether it. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Raw material deposited.
Okay. Good. So now, huck it, grab it, huck it.
Salvage secured.
Anything else in this room? Does not appear so. Okay, so now we need to work on the next panel. I suppose I'm losing quite a bit of money by getting rid of these structures. Not really. That's only, what, 4,000 each? Never mind. On a $30 million ship, that's not really that much. Okay, so that's good to go. Oh, this... So this panel needs to move. Let's cut it away here. Oh my god. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm absolutely going to start playing this game again. Especially because I need to see what the new achievements are. I never achievement chase unless it's a game that's very close to my heart. And this is very close to my heart now. Okay, so this panel can be sent into the furnace. So now let's work on this panel.
Processing valuable objects. Credits awarded.
Make sure we check and aim properly when we're this close to the reactor.
Salvage destroyed. Please pay attention.
Alright. Next one is here. See, I could have done this faster by just chopping the room off instead of taking it off panel by panel, but that would have been a little less control, and it's possible that my cutter would have hit something I wouldn't want it to hit, so I prefer doing it slowly like this. If the reactor wasn't here, I wouldn't care. I would take a risk. But with the reactor here, and with as valuable as the reactor is, especially since if it explodes, it can do a lot more damage. I want to be a little safe and cautious. That's why I love this game. There's no time limit. I mean, there's a 15-minute time limit for the shift, but you know, there's no time limit for how long it takes you to do the entire job. Oops. Oh, that panel's gone forever.
Processing valuable deposit. Credits transferred.
That was me rushing a little bit. There we go. Okay, so now we have our exit strategy for the reactor. We grab it here, pull it a little bit, and huck it into the barge. Simple and easy. We will do that in tomorrow's shift.
Warning. Fuel levels are low.
So for now, we'll just barge that, and that will be an end to our day.
Salvage registered.
That was
Transferring credits.
not as valuable for money as I would have preferred, but that's a lot of setup for doing the rest of the ship, and it will make it easier. And man, the color is even more washed out now. Oh, the pink shows up at least a little bit. Anyway, so do we have any message once we are back home in the hab? So weird with that fade out. Oh, yep, we do have a message.
Hello, Shipbreaker. You have one incoming transmission waiting.
Talk to me.
Hey, folks. Well, I don't rightly know what to say. I should have seen what Lou saw. As a company, we ain't nothing but equipment.
I swear, if I could get within cutting distance of that bastard.
Well, listen.
I wouldn't turn you in.
This is what I want to talk about. Remember what Lou was saying about industrial action?
Weaver.
Now, I don't pretend to know what it'd accomplish, per se, but I do know it'd make him hurt.
Weaver.
Heck, I know it'll piss Hal off. That alone's worth the price of admission.
Weaver.
Kai?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Everyone, he was so scary. You've seen him?
Kai, spit it out.
He pulled me aside. Look, I gave him access to the Union News Group.
This is because of you?
I didn't know Lou was gonna send that message. I didn't know.
Oh, Kaido. How could you do that? I should have seen this coming.
I'm so sorry.
Well, kid, sorry's about as useful as a paper bag for a helmet, ain't it?
Yep.
Well, folks, my old man taught me to know when the hands need a folding. Don't even know why I thought we could play this game. play by the rules tomorrow, and the next day, and every day thereafter. Maybe in time, they'll give us some of our humanity back. Weaver out.
Weaver, that is not the right play here. We don't have anything to lose anymore.
Good morning, Cutter.
I feel bad for Kato because, you know, ideally you want the strong to protect the weak, and that includes mental as well. Like, yes, the physically strong should protect the physically weak, just in general, you know, but Kato should never have been isolated from all of us. But that's why he was isolated. Hal knew he was the mentally weak one. Because if he had a one-on-one with Dee Dee would have jammed a shank through his eye. Anyway, we're going to continue our job after these ads. And I am back. So Kato has admitted to us that he was the one who got Hal into the unionization news group, and everything kind of started indirectly due to him because Hal forwarded the union messages up the chain. And Weaver's given up. Weaver does not see a way out of this. So from Weaver, he just said we need to just do our job, keep our heads down, and Beulah's gone. Hal came in and took Beulah away. So we have the ship doctor, but there's no ship.
Hey there, I'm Shippy. I'm here to help you get this ship healthy again.
Ship is patient is missing. There's nothing else we can do. Okay, let's check our equipment. See what else. See if we can afford anything. The grapple beam can be increased a bit. Oh, the tethers. Oh well, it's fine. All right, let's start the shift. Weaver is broken. Dee Dee is lost. Kato is intimidated. Lou is just gone. There's not really a lot of us left who can put up a fight.
Happy morning, folks. Saw some sloppiness yesterday, but I let it slide. Hope I don't see more today.
I've been there, but...
Well, aren't you all a quiet bunch? Weaver, you're unmuted, by the way.
Thank you, Hal. I'm aware.
No sage words of wisdom for the team?
They know what they're doing.
You know, Curazon, if you hit those quotas, I might see about giving your comms privileges back. Once a week only, of course.
I'd like that.
Yeah, well, need to see those results first. Well, heck, folks, you're really taking this job seriously. I love to see it. Remember what we say, Kai? Avoiding chatter makes profits... what? Huh? It makes profits fatter, right?
Right.
Well, I like this. My little group of busy bees. No fuss, just salvage. Keep it up. Hal out.
See, Hal is only ever truly alive when he gets to be a bully. And at least for now, we're compliant. We don't see a way out. And that, ironically, makes him feel very uncomfortable. Because, I mean, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. And that is not one of mine. That's Eleanor Roosevelt, I believe. But like, so he's not making us feel inferior. We're just exhausted. We're beaten down. So he doesn't know how to handle that. He can't exist without feeling or without bullying. So without and he can't bully us if we're just sitting there kind of taking it. But we'll deal with him. We'll deal with Hal. All right. So, oh, the reactor. Yes, let's do the reactor. Kind of forgot where I left off in the last shift. That panel is still attached. Okay, yeah, we'll just have to go for it. So I need to follow the coolant, because I don't remember where the ECU is. Bonk. Just bonk my face into some glass. Let's see. Oh, geez. Where is the ECU? Oh, there it is. That's right. It's in a whole other room. Ooh, that's going to be a bit of a long trek. But we still have plenty of time. I don't have to, like, cut a hole open and like, concentrate on doing this. It's so weird to me that you can't turn off the ECU through the ECU terminal. That just seems like something that should logically be allowed to happen. Okay, the reactor is now in meltdown. The reactor... Wait, the reactor does not go to meltdown?
Reactor meltdown.
Oh, okay, there it goes. So it takes a second before it starts the process. I wonder if that's changed. I'm pretty sure it used to immediately go into meltdown. I'm gonna have to check my older episodes. But anyway, alright, we just pull that a little bit, barge it, make sure it doesn't smack us, set off a little electricity, but we were away from it. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. 2 goals done. Alright, so now, let's continue peeling the ship. That's where I got into trouble in yesterday's episode. I didn't follow my order of operations that I know works. So we're going to just continue peeling the ship. So here... So that panel is 10,000 kilograms. I'm going to see if I can pull it off. We'll just tether it to the hab. And hopefully that does not make it pitch the ship. But if I pull it off like that... See, it's trying. I don't know why it's not working. It's trying to be pulled off, but it's not actually doing so. Nothing is holding it on. See, it's being very wiggly. Nothing is holding it on, so that's something that I've still not fully understood how to do. It's... I can always tell the ones that are going to do this because the windshield always looks like this. It's a very specific looking windshield. And I'm not sure why they continue to hang on when that happens. Because the way I could do it is to set an explosive charge and cut it in half. You know what? Let's do that. Let's see, wait a minute. See, my problem with setting an explosive charge is that might damage the valuables that are in there. What if we set an explosive charge... Oh, I don't even have any. This is another reason I like the game, just the experimentation. Like, what is the most efficient way to do it?
Welcome to Vendatron 9000. Thank you for your purchase.
Maybe I should start upgrading my explosive charges more after all. Okay, so if I set an explosive charge here... See, that shouldn't damage the valuables. Let's just do that one and see if that breaks it away from anything. Okay. No, the whole thing is still kind of attached. But then what if I place one here? Yeah, okay. That separated a lot of it, because I cut away the structural beam that was underneath all of the panels. So I think... yeah, a lot of this is now coming off. I mean, if nothing else, that's going to significantly lighten it. And now I can probably pull this entire section off better. Let's see. Let's just tether it and see what happens. So it's really the super heavy metal that is causing the problem. Because the rest of the panel has come away without a problem. It's not moving, though. I wonder what the right way to do that is. Oh, whatever. I certainly moved it, because it's all messed up. Let's get everything else out of the way first, and then we'll worry about getting the rest of that cockpit. Because that took a lot of time. I was mainly just trying to experiment a little bit. Yeah, if we kind of clear that away.
Valuable object accepted for processing.
Then we're at least getting the majority of the ship healed.
That's 5 minutes left on the clock, Cutter.
Copy, Weaver.
5 minutes remaining.
Okay, the keel. Is this fully separated from the keel? It is not. And this... yeah, see, this keel is way, way too long. That's going to be such a pain in the ass to maneuver. Come on, squeeze through me. You can do it, me. Okay, there we go. I guess I didn't need to after all. It's fine. Everything's fine. Alright, let's finish getting these nanocarbon panels out of here, and then the rest of the ship will be nice and easy to maneuver. Yeah. I'm having trouble seeing. It's like the lighting kind of turned off here. I did see that they changed the lighting a little bit in the base, or the salvage base, the yard. So that was from the last patch. I kind of wish, again, the Zero developers who are watching this, I would like them to allow you to upgrade your light and make it brighter, your headlamp, or just let you do it in the first place. But I think it might be more fun for license tokens or whatever if you make it an upgradable thing. You should have a light to get started. Like, don't make it too much dimmer than this. But you should eventually be able to get a headlamp that can illuminate a frickin' runway if you want to. You know? In my... IMO. IMHO. Hashtag blast or whatever. Anyway, we're gonna handle this. Okay, that's done. So I kind of want to do the same thing with this that I did the last time, which is to kind of get rid of this in one shot. Because if I cut here... see, I'm trying to find the right spot. What if I cut this elbow off? So now, all of these fuel pipes are connected but ready to be moved. So that is a strategic surgical cut. So I can now grab that and send it this way, and I think that's going to grab all of that piping. And it should be able to move clean. Yup. Perfect. So then I can also move this, but it's kind of in the way right now. Let's move it against the back wall. Because that will allow me to get the engines dealt with. The thrusters. Yeah, there we go.
Object accepted for processing. Credits deposited.
Yeah, we can grab that one as well. Grab this one.
Deposit secured. Credits awarded. Salvage goal reached.
I'm a little more violent with the objects because I can be. These things have 10 hit points. I didn't even lose a hit point there. Everything in this game is a bit tougher, stronger than it looks, than I think logic would dictate, but I mean, that's just good for us. Okay, so then if let's cut this elbow. And now, oh no, this is still attached somehow. What are you attached to? It's not that.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Is it the titanium panel? Nope. Yes, it was the titanium panel. So now this whole thing can be moved. Except it's kind of wedged in there. Alright, no reason to rush. Let's take the win on that one. 9.7 million, that's what I'm talking about. There's only 16 million left on the ship. Correction, there's 21 million left on the ship. I can read. I promise I have reading comprehension, and we just leveled up to rank 18. Lots of experience points coming our way through these bigger ships. No messages, so I will be back after these ads. And I'm back, and I'm also seeing from my video readout that, the color is having a lot less of an effect now on my back wall, but that's fine. Javelin Tanker Large. That thing looks flippin' massive. 9.7 million. I wish there were military vehicles as well in the game, but you cannot break any military vehicles, unfortunately. Everything is, unless you count the scouts, but whatever. Give me a sequel, man. Give me more game. I want more game. All of the game. I love this game so much. So much. It's so good. 2022 has been a great year for me for games. Seriously, if you've been watching up to this point, it is your mission that if there's any cool blue-collar simulator games like this that ever come out, frickin' spam me until I play them.
Aren't we lucky? I can hear the tension out there. Look, adversity is the forge of discipline. I get it. Punishment smarts, but you'll be better for it. Well, listen. The real people to blame anyway are the agitators. Reckon a perfectly good thing for everyone.
The Union didn't take my comms privileges.
No, that's true. That one's on you. We all have to take personal accountability from time to time. Well, I'm gonna go make a brew. Let's make strong decisions out there today.
Yes, sir.
Dee Dee nailed it. It wasn't the Union that took away her comms privileges. And Hal went way over the line by giving that order. Everyone's just defeated, man. And I've been there before. I'm there a lot. I'm there a lot more often than I want to be. I tend to be there when it comes to the channel. Like, when I look at my numbers and start obsessing too much about how long I've been at the channel and my relative success to other YouTubers. That's why I started off the series by sort of redeclaring to myself that I listen way too much and care way too much what other YouTubers do and what the, how do I put it? I guess what the sorry, I'm just blanking on a word. Basically, like, I care way too much about what is popular on YouTube and the fact that stylistically YouTube has changed. Let's Plays generally nowadays do not, like my style, the long plays of just doing long form content without the smashes and the silliness and the memes. Like, that's just not done as much anymore. But my options are either bend to that, or, as I have done now, as I have made the choice, like, I believe you all, as an audience, maybe you are smaller, maybe I'll never get over the hump, but you like my product. You don't want the memes and the smash cuts and the silliness and the bullshit. You want this kind of long-form content. And there's an audience out there. So what do? Do I chase the younger, bigger audience and try to make myself into Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and the others? Or do I say, fuck it, stay being me, and even if my audience may be smaller, at least I offer something that's a little different than everybody else? So, and that is the choice I have made. I have made the choice that I am going to try to offer something that is not quite as done as often anymore. But man, does that hurt my bank account. But anyway, it's fine. Channel's not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. We're still working. Still banging this out. Alright, tiny piece goes there. Why is this panel still holding on? What are you being held on by? There's no cut points. I think it's... Are those cut points? Wait a minute. Oh no, that's for something else. That's for the hoist. I mean, I guess we can... Let's see here. Yep, I knew it. Wires are always held on by something. So this thing is just kind of awkwardly here. Okay, well, at least I'm getting the hoist out. I want to get the whole panel out. That's my mission. See, I don't know what it's being held on by. Unless it's just being held on by the metal? But it's cut level 2, so I can't just... I can't cut it with the cutter. I'd have to use an explosive charge, and I don't want to. What if I take out these structural beams? Let's try that. Let's just take out these structural beams. Structural beams generally can go anyway.
Salvage is destroyed. Don't do that.
Shut up, Karen. Okay, that still was not enough. Is it being held on here? This spot? This aluminum panel? Oh, maybe it is, because yeah, I bet you it is being held on there. So what I need to do is make a cut that's below the bright blue beam. So... just have to make sure I don't cut anything I don't intend to cut. Let's get the keel out of here. So it might be that I'm being too surgical here. Maybe unnecessarily surgical, but I don't know, man. This is the way I like to do it. Alright, so...
Valuable object accepted.
So is that just the panel, or is that going to get the beam too? Oh, that's just the panel. Okay. Did that free it? It did free it. That's what I had to do. Okay. So now we can just grab the whole thing and send it into the processor. Okay. Excellent. So now... So that's probably what I've got to cut. I've got to cut these solid beams off. So... Here... Here... And...
Valuable object process.
Here... Right? Couldn't help that one. Man, I wish this game was in VR, though. That would have been scary as hell. Anyway, there we go. Okay, so that's done. And then this panel can go behind it. Like so. This panel will send to the back wall. For now. Just to get it out of the way. Okay. That was a lot of prep work, so let's start doing some grabbing and hucking. Thermal spreader. I kind of got lucky this didn't explode on me. Okay. Gorman chair?
Applying credit.
What's a Gorman chair? Alright. I don't see any other objects. Oh, no, there is a few things. God, what happened to this ship? Like, this ship got wrecked bad. Alright.
Salvage accepted.
Bonk.
Credit applied.
Oh, I bonked myself so hard I went flying. Alright. Anything else? Maybe door panels? I don't see anything else. Okay, well, I think I've got the ship opened so we can shut down the fuses. Like that. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. And there should be something over here, I believe. Yes, there it is. Okay, got it. Little panel that got sent somewhere or separated. Now we can get the ECU. I mean the power I keep calling the power generator an ECU and I'm not sure why. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna cut this open just so I have a little easier access to get in there. It's still attached. There we go. Something's sparking. That's a little concerning. Seems everything's fine. Must have just been the spark of my grapple beam.
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Grab and huck, baby. Possibly being a little too violent with all these terminals, but I haven't broken one yet, so... Oh, door. Processor. There we go.
Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded.
Atmosphere regulator.
Salvage registered.
Transferring credits.
Door panel. Another computer terminal.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to
Perfect. Oh, and another thing. And another thing.
Salvage secured.
Is that the cockpit? That is the cockpit. That explains a few things. I was wondering why there was so much valuable stuff in there. Oh no, that wasn't the cockpit. That's just leading to the cockpit. All right. All right. So we now pull the access panels for the thing. See, once you've got either access panel, then you can open both access panel, but you generally want to do it from the inside out, because otherwise there might be a little bit of a depressurization issue, even if the rest of the ship is depressurized. So the last thing you want to do is start that cut where you're pulling the radiation filter out, and then the radiation filter moves due to pressurization, and then you accidentally shoot it, because those radiation filters are extremely fragile and extremely sensitive to being pushed. Oh, that's fine. I'll get that another way. So now we'll cut the containment unit free, and that can go to the processor. I'm being a little non-cautious here. I'm not seeing what's on the other side. Let's aim like this.
You got about 1 minute till the yard goes dark, Cutter.
Okay. That gets that going. Now to the other side. Man, I'm even hungry, and I just don't want to eat right now. I'm just fully wanting to break ships, baby. This is how I want to spend my morning. Doesn't help that I don't have a lot of food. I actually need to go to the store at some point today and get some bread and cheese. Bought myself a special meal too, but didn't have a chance to have it the last couple days.
Object processed. Transferring credits.
Perfect. All right. That was a pretty good day. 6.6 million. We got the ECU out of there. We got the power generator out of there. Is my face really... Hold on. Let me... Is that better? That might be better. Damn, it's bright in this room right now. Anyway. Probably take another 2 or 3 shifts, but we'll get it. This ship is quickly... bending to our will, but we are going to do that after these ads. I'm always going to grab a snack between ads. And now I am back. Hi, Nissi. Okay. I think she... Okay. I think she saw me snacking, and she's like, is it breakfast time? Not yet. We still have about 15 minutes. I'll get you your breakfast after this shift, okay? I know. You don't like hearing logic. Or anything that is not food. Okay, so I'll get the durability upgrade for that. Yes. Settle down. Settle down. There you go. Good girl. Okay. She changed her mind. She rapidly changed her mind. Please don't pump the webcam. Nissi, that's going to make my editing so much harder. You ridiculous baby. Alright. Let's get our... Yes, I know.
Here's my team. Hope you're all rested and ready. Let's push our output even higher today. Identify, quantify, solidify. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Good man, Kaido. Seeing some real progress with you, bud.
Thanks.
You too, 52. Nice work out there. Now, Kirazan, for someone who's been at this for so long, I expect more from you.
Oh, God. Hold on a second. I have to deal with the cat. Nissi has left for the moment, but my webcam is still shaking a bit. I'm not sure if I don't know if that made it any better. I think it's settling down. Oh, God.
Why don't you come on down and give me some pointers in person?
How about you can the attitude and do your job? Come again?
Nothing, sir.
Yeah. That's me there. Like, I was in that spot a couple times where I wanted to, oh, this door is closed. Huh. Where I wanted, like, when I was feeling down, I would have a burst of a little defiance, but then it would go away. Yes, Nissi? Oh my god. So, for those who don't know, at 10 a.m. sharp, she gets her wet food. This is breakfast time, and I have my phone set to a specific alarm that she knows the tune. And so she's going to... Oh, you might have seen her in the background there for a second. She doesn't get it early. She has to wait. She unfortunately does not have a little kitty watch for herself, though. So she is going to pester me until she hears the alarm go off. Because she is hungry. And I get it. Oh, God. Yes, baby? What are you... Okay. Hi. Alright. Like I said, she's going to be a pest until she gets fed. Alright, so... I think the only clean way I'm going to get that out is if I... Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to cut something, so... Let's get this pipe out of here. Oh, wow, the pipe is kind of heavy. I was able to pull it okay, but manipulate it not very well. Not without tethers. So we'll get this beam out of here. We'll get this beam out of here. She is losing her little kitty mind on her scratching pose. She might be mad. Would not surprise me. Alright. I mean, I could just straight up cut this aluminum panel off, but I don't want to. I would rather do this a little bit more surgically. Holy crap, Nissi. I might actually have gotten that on camera. Oh my god, she's so ridiculous. Okay, alright, yes, so now the structure can come loose. That's what I was hoping for. So now we can get that over there.
Raw material accepted.
We can get this over here. Now I can get the rail guide. That goes to the processor. And then this thing goes to the barge. It's forklift. Whoa, oh, 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 oh.
Salvage is secured.
This panel goes to the furnace. There we go. Okay, now we've got this whole section kind of opened up, which was one of my goals here. Whoops, that's Oh, that's lost forever. I don't care. Alright, so that's that. I mean, most of this is still attached. I don't think I have to do anything too crazy. It's mostly down to the door panels. There's one.
Salvage deposit accepted. Credits transferred.
Okay. This gets barged. Yeah, man, we're doing really well here. I'm moving this is just taking a while because I'm grabbing all this little stuff instead of getting anything big and you know, getting dramatically expensive items. So this panel we can bust open. That'll give us the ability to grab and hawk.
Salvage destroyed. Please avoid valuables.
Oh, that's going in a weird spot. Okay, that's fine. Again, I'm rushing. Oh, I shouldn't be rushing. It's because I'm doing all the little stuff. Like, I don't particularly like doing the little stuff, especially for the show. I kind of want to keep things going, but if I rush, it's just going to make everything take even longer. And that's a bunch of stuff that... Oh, there's a personal terminal and battery pack on the bed. I don't think I ever comprehended that before. Okay.
Deposit registered. Account credited.
Alright, so now we're gonna try to get over there. Oops. Yeah, all this little stuff, man. That's where the time goes. All this little stuff. Especially if, as I am right now, if you're at kind of a bad angle to everything. Like, I can't just grab and huck as I would prefer because of the angle of the panels that are open. I suppose I could speed this up a bit by getting this bottom panel out of here. But, like, is that going to save me time in the long run? I don't know. Maybe I should play this game for the all-day birthday stream this weekend. I mean, that's already happened by the time you're watching this episode. I'm just kind of thinking ahead. My plan for my all-day stream is to just play games I like. And this one certainly qualifies. Alright, so... if I dislodge the bottom bed, I think the panel will come free. Nope. I've also got to dislodge this. Yep, now the panel is free. Okay, so... I still think that's weird that the storage unit and the bed is considered hardy enough glue to keep a panel attached, but... whatever. The nice thing is the rule is consistent. Like, that's the whole thing with any game, but especially a game like this, or sandboxy games, you need your rules consistent. As long as your rules are consistent, everything is fine, even if it's weird. Just consistency is more important. So the player is never confused, and I am never confused. Well, not anymore. I was super confused earlier when I played the game. Alright, so boosh that one into the furnace. I think, yes, I was going to say I dislodged another mattress. Boosh into the furnace. Dislodged another mattress. Boosh into space. Okay, what is pink? There is a pink thing over here. Oh, those are wires for the ship that I no longer have.
5 minutes left in your shift, Cutter. Do what you do. Weaver out.
Thank you, Weaver. I'm a little surprised they didn't change that part of the dialogue, because Weaver still sounds too normal. I would have recorded 5 or 6 new timer warnings when Weaver is mentally broken, as he is right now. Alright, let's get this panel out too. Because there's a lot of little things like door panels that are just awkward enough to deal with if I don't get this panel out of here. Yeah, this has definitely not been a good day for value. You can see how little of the bar up there actually got filled. But I mean, again, this is more set up, so yeah, alright. Oh, I broke a door console. Oh no, I either aimed it wrong and sent it into space, or oh geez, there's the breakfast alarm. Yep, and here's a cat. Alright, one moment. Alright, the cat has been fed, so that'll be one less distraction. These hoists are ready to go. And now the door panels. That it? Oh, there's one. I'm gonna barge this stuff just to get it out of the way. This door is so cheap, I really shouldn't bother, but... This door also. Okay. Alright. Then, let's see if we can get the guide rail off. All this little stuff, man. Alright. Pull. Pull. Come on. Come on. Or just sit. Oh, no, that's pretty wedged in there. Never mind. Alright, let's open up this panel.
Salvage is secured. Applying credit.
Okay, so that should also allow me to get the rail guide. Oh, is that a different rail guide?
Applying credit.
That is a different rail guide. That's not right. There we go. Okay.
Object accepted for processing.
There's the bigger rail guide.
1 minute left, Cutter. I'd say get a move on, but you know that already.
Damn, all this little stuff, man. Alright.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to
That is a process. Oh, that's the rail guide. Okay, so... I mean, I could either get it out from the top or the bottom, and either way I'm going to have to cut another panel off, so... Whoop. May as well do it here. There we go. All right. 3.5 million, not much. 10 million remains. I really want to be done in 2 shifts, but I'm not sure I will be able to. This is going to be a very long episode, but so it goes. We need to do a good job. These 1 hour longer but fewer episodes has kind of backfired for the channel, but you know what? I don't care. I'm not going to subject you to like 40 half-hour episodes of this game just to get through a little bit of story. So these going ship by ship is the right play. But anyway, we're going to continue going ship by ship after this, after these ads words. And I'm back. 3.5 million, so a $3 million profit. $956 million still in debt. We still have a ways to go. Let's check our gear. We've got maximum durability resistance on the cutter. Now we're working on durability resistance. Oh, now we have maximum durability resistance on the grapple. So we have 1 more to go on the thruster right there. How much was that going to run me? 47 Lynx tokens. Okay, so we'll have that after today. Yeah, we've basically got everything we need to buy. Like, and everything else from this point on is just gravy. We've gotten all the essential equipment.
Profit report's looking good, folks. I think things are really turning around here. Joseph, when I leave, eventually, what are you gonna change to keep profits up like this?
When are you leaving?
When this team gets its respect for the company back, which at this rate seems like never. So, what do you say, Joseph?
Well, truth be told, I don't think I could ever do what you do. How?
Huh. Well, that's your problem right there.
Maybe.
My blinds are attacking me again. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. We're gonna just keep doing this. Alright, there's the actual ECU. But more to what I was trying to do was getting this rail guide free. So, gonna try to wedge that out a bit, and then boosh! Alright, any more valuables in this section? I see a poster, but I think I have this one already. Still, I grab every poster I see. Yoink. Okay. I don't see anything else I need at the moment. This panel should go so I have an easy route to get that forklift out. If I am serious about doing alternating long or big ships with small ships, we definitely have a small ship in our future for the next episode, because this one has turned into a freaking epic ship, and not in a good way. Just a big old pile of nonsense is what it's turned into. Alright, so forklift go Hawk. Ladder go Hawk. If I can grab the damn thing. Door panel go Hawk.
Salvage registered. Transferring credit.
I thought there was going to be another door panel on there, but I guess not. There was. Haha, I didn't think I got them all. Okay, next, we've got pipes to deal with. Let's bang that out, because that won't take that long. If I can get the piping out, that'll open up the upper half of the ship, too. Let's remove this panel. God, so many little things attached to the floor. And I'm thinking this is where the mistake was, that I'm caring way too much about being surgical, getting all the little stuff into the barge as I should as fast as possible. Because it's this stuff, not only grabbing and hucking the little stuff, but taking the panels out, that is really costing me most of the time. Oh, and those are stuck because of the things. Oh, balls. Right? Is that your problem? I need to loosen these first, and then the panel will drop. Yep. That one wasn't even worth it. That I should have just taken out through the side panel. Basically the wall instead of the floor, but so it goes. Okay. Next, I really need this thing dislodge. Let's see if... because I started it before. Let's see if it'll dislodge now. I just need to pull it away from the cockpit. Yeah, it's thinking about it. It's trying. But meanwhile, since this section is open... Game? Thank you, game. Since this section is open... this I'm just gonna huck. Never mind, that's not even huckable.
Deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
There we go.
Salvage registered.
Oh, I probably broke that. Stop rushing me. It's okay. You can take a little time. People are watching. They don't care that the episode's going a bit long. Everything is fine. Okay.
Salvage accepted. Credit applied.
Jeez, man. Alright. Come on. What are you caught on? There we go. That little handle, I guess I could have cut that off if it mattered that much.
Credits awarded.
Okay. Anything else in this section? I don't believe so. Oh, well, I got a little bit over here. We have a door panel, and we have 2 door panels. There we go.
Account credit applied.
Okay, so that's done. Now, let's see how... Okay, I may as well just do the same thing and open the floor up. Is this bolted onto the floor? Does not appear so, but might have to get a little fancy with that. But let's cut this panel off first regardless. Yeah, I'm definitely rushing. Also, am I shadowed? I feel like I'm shadowed. Maybe I do need to turn my ring light up a little brighter. Okay. ECU, are you free? You are not free. You are still held on, but over here. There we go. Now you're bargeable. Head on down. I'm going to bring myself over here. Door panel, which I may have missed because I'm rushing. Atmosphere regulator. Processor to the door. This I'm careful on, even though it's only $1,000. Okay, that's everything there. Do we have any other objects remaining? That is a food pack. We've got a chair. We've got a few things over here. I'm not sure what's going on over here. Wow, this room's kind of isolated. Alright, instead of cutting, let's just pull shit out, like a smart person.
Salvage secured. Applying credit.
Okay, anything else? Does not appear so. And I am not seeing any object on the scanner that I need to barge. Everything seems like I have now properly divided it. So I think the reason I have so much money outstanding is from those back panels as well that I've had on the back wall of the bay for a while. So now we need to cut the ship in half and send it on its way. So let's do that. Precision me, precision. Measure twice, cut once, and then it won't take as long. Okay, it is free now. The ship is cut in half. All of this goes to the furnace. Not entirely sure this is going to work, though. Like, I think there's so much ship left.
This is your 5-minute warning.
Yeah, it's not even moving. Man, this is going to take one more shift after this. Alright, so we're going to have to cut... So rather than spot cutting, or rather than line cutting, I'll spot cut. Because if we take specific structural beams away, then I believe I'll be able to functionally cut the ship into pieces.
Salvage is destroyed. Please revisit your training.
Like this. Okay, this is a bad place to do this. But now I'm kind of committed. It's the sunk cost fallacy at this point. Oh no, that whole structure is less than 10,000 kilos. Okay, so that can probably go now. Yeah, there it goes. Alright, we'll do 3 tethers for control and power.
Material deposited. Account credit applied.
There we go. Yes, perfect. Okay. So then this section is 17,000 kilos. That might be just a little high. I don't know what it's holding on to, but it's not by much.
Raw material deposited.
9,000. There we go. Okay. Yep, so this will take one more shift, but it'll be a partial.
Salvage goal cleared. Rewards allocated.
Okay. Let's get control of this. There we go. Okay, that's going. And so the rest of this thing is 8,000 kilos. Wow, I had to break the ship into thirds in order to control it properly.
Deposit accepted.
I don't think I've ever had to do that before. Okay. So then the last thing I need to do is get these panels in the proper place as well now. And that's just going to take a while. Like, it's going to take time. This is a rare moment where I wish the game had some sort of speed up function.
1 minute left till the end of the line, Cutter. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
No problem, Weaver. No problem. Yeah, so this is just a little messy. I mean, this will give me something to do while waiting for stuff to move around. I'm not sure what all broke off exactly. It must have been while I was cutting. Like, just rapidly cutting to try to get the ship cut in half. I must have dislodged some panels that just were not in good position. Okay, there we go. And those are no longer moving. Ah, come on, man. Light to the barge. Panel to the furnace. Let's not rush anymore. Okay, one more shift. 3.5 million. That's just enough to make it worth it to do that last one, especially since I'm still lacking a salvage goal. Ah! Could have been a little bit more efficient. Alright. Final ads of this video. And I'm back. 6.4 million on that one. 3.5 million or so left. Very little work to do, but enough work to do that we have to do it. Let's what did I get? I got something. Durability upgrade? Yes, for the thrusters. That's it. Got that. I guess durability upgrade. No, I'll just save the points for that, because if I'm going to buy anything for the demo charges, there are better things to buy for the demo charges. Capacity isn't that important, but disarming mechanism is helpful. I guess that's really it, because that way if I place one wrong, we can recover it and we don't have to set it off. Alright, so let's re-up our fuel.
Welcome to Venditron 9000. Have a nice day.
And this will be the last shift. It's just going to be kind of a pain in the butt to get everything where I want it to go. So we're going to have to, like, triple tether everything. Or we're going to have to wait all day in order to have the objects move where I need them to be moved. So I think a double on that one will be good enough. But yeah, this is where the rest of the money is. Just all of these panels and chunks that I did not handle before. Like, this is where cutting it, like actually cutting the ship in half, would probably have been a wiser course of action. But we are where we are, so let's get this moving. Yeah, that's on its way. Okay. So where's the other one? There it is.
Processor deposit accepted. Credits awarded. All salvage goals complete. All rewards allocated.
Okay. So those tethers are a little questionable, but they should work enough that they do their job. Looks like both tethers are being let... I can just snap this panel off? Oh my god, that... Because that was like 1,000 kilograms. That was enough that definitely lightened the load quite a bit. I didn't realize I could just snap those panels off. Had I known, that would have been my go-to move. Rudder. So the rudder can be snapped off. Got it. Makes sense. Okay.
Valuable object processed.
Battery pack. Ooh, I saved that. That was worth $68,000. Okay, that is being sent down into the processor. It's fire and forget. That one has been fired and forgotten. Aluminum panel.
Material accepted. Credits transferred.
Okay. So now the question is that the rest of the value of the ship? I'm watching that bar up there. There's something else somewhere. But whatever is left is probably not worth me pursuing. Yeah, there's mattresses, there's that panel. I think that's a good enough job. I don't think there's going to be anything left that I need to go out of my way for. That's worth 22,000. I mean, sure. Come on.
Material deposited.
Wow, 22,000 and this is like 1 pixel. So how much is left? 391,000. That is not worth finding every little bit. All right, so I'll just call an early end to the shift. There is that finished. And I don't think I won't be at quite level 19. But we got a lot done. Chipped away a big amount from the debt. 3.1 million. It's fine. It's fine. But this is all we can do, because the fight has left us. All we can do is keep our heads down and keep working. In the next episode, we will continue to keep working, and that. I'm just full of good exits and intros, aren't I? Thank you all very much for watching. I will see you again soon for another episode.